Sadhguru Jagi Vasudev is a realized master, mystic, and yogi. He has shown the way for people to attain to their natural joy and to live life with experience from one's own inner nature. His presence is filled with grace and compassion. Sadhguru's scientific approach towards spirituality and work towards the upliftment of humanity have received accolades worldwide. The words that come from him in intensity and utmost clarity, from his deep understanding and wisdom, can change the very core of the being. Belonging to no particular tradition, Sadhguru incorporates what is most valid for the modern person from the spiritual sciences. His work, an outpouring of his blissfulness, finds expression in the form of a ceaseless offering to help all beings. Available to all who are willing, Sadhguru's life is an invitation to the divine through individual transformation. Welcome to the silent revolution of self-realization.
I wanted to know something about the Jyotirlinga. Can you shed some light on the significance of it and whether it could be used for a spiritual process?
No, we only promote Dhyana Linga. So what's a Jyotirlinga? As this has been among one of the few cultures on this planet, or in many ways, if you take it in terms of its geographical size, probably the only one of such size where the whole population, the very structure of the society, for thousands of years was focused only on the ultimate well-being of the human being. Material well-being, the immediate well-being was just handled as a small part of one's life. The moment you're born in India, your life is about mukti. Your life is not about your business. Your life is not about your wife or your husband or your children or your parents. Your life is only about mukti. You even bear children only because they are tools for your mukti. Yes or no? You don't know? See, why do you think in India, for ages people have believed they want to have a son, not a daughter? Because when he dies, he will do certain things for you where it assists your journey. So everything is about mukti. Just every aspect of life is only about your liberation. So the whole society was structured like this. So they naturally wanted to use every possible device that they could create, every possible situation in life to enhance this process. If you got married according to traditional Hindu rites, maybe you were at that time very enamored with your would-be spouse. You didn't listen to all the things that were saying. That man who came there, the priest, was telling you just this, that this union of you and your husband or you and your wife meeting is not important. You both of you meet and make use of this for your ultimate union. That's what he's mumbling away. You don't hear him and he also doesn't know what he's saying. That's a different thing. But essentially, that is what the whole thing was about. So it was not about you getting married. It was about, because you have some compulsions within you, using those compulsions as a tool for your ultimate well-being. You are not free of those things, so use them so that you reach towards your ultimate. So everything was just about that. In this context, they created powerful devices. There have been many kinds of devices. Jyotirlingas have been very, very powerful tools in this direction. Some of them are still very, very alive and intense. It could be definitely useful. If one is become meditative by his own nature, then outside help may not be so much relevant. But one who is not, for him it is very, very relevant. It's a very powerful experience to be in the presence of such forms. I'm not made to be going temple visitations, but I happened to go to one of the Jyotirlingas because my guru had been there and I just wanted to go for the sake of that. So I went to Ujjain. You been there? The temple looks like a bad public bathroom. Because this temple was demolished a few times and they put this… the lingam was shifted here, there. Now their sense of… India's sense of aesthetics is all in ceramic tiles, you know. So they put bathroom tiles all around because it's easy to clean and they think it's nice. I'm saying the whole situation around is miserable in every way. But you go sit there, it'll blow the hell out of you. This little form, just this little piece of stone which is sitting there for thousands of years, it'll just shake the hell out of you. It's still reverberating like it was made yesterday. So, they have a tremendous power because they were consecrated and made in a certain way. Many of them have died because of various things that have happened to them. This one has been vandalized in many ways. The invaders demolished these temples and I think 2 or 3 times it was rebuilt. The recent rebuilding, their aesthetics changed into, you know, like this bathroom kind of aesthetics. Don't laugh at a bathroom, it's a very useful place. Some time ago, when someone asked me something about building… someone was wanting to build a temple slightly into the road in Delhi, because, you know, whatever. It's a good place to set up any business. Not on the side, slightly into the road so that you can't miss the place. So someone came and asked me, what do you think about this? I said, I think in the streets of Delhi, I don't think we need a temple, we need toilets. So they asked, do you think toilets are more important than temple? That's not the point, but peeing is more important than praying. 5 times a day, whether you pray or not, this you have to do 5 times a day. So next day they printed, you know, the headline was, Sadhguru says, peeing more important than praying. Why I'm saying this is a fantastic science, how to use life energies to enhance human life in such a phenomenal way. Unfortunately, we've fallen on bad times We've lost that sense of what it is. And all kinds of ridiculous things are happening around it. People have turned it into not even a good business, a horrible form of business. You go there, they're almost trying to take the flesh off your body, all those people. You know, they're plucking at you like this. So, they become bad places, but still they have not been able to kill them. That's the beauty of it. If any of you are going on the Himalayan Yatra this time, are you? Some of you are? Himalayan trek? Not the Kailash, the Himalayan trek. If you're going on the Himalayan trek, you will see the temple at Uttarkashi. It's 2025, 30 years old now. It's like reverberating in such a fabulous way. People who created it, they're like masters of life. What they create you can't kill no matter what you do. This temple is also reasonably well kept. They set up a tradition, the same families are still, you know, doing the maintenance and things. They kept it quite okay, not very good, but quite okay. They're not bad like these places. And the invaders didn't bother to go climb up Himalayas and demolish temples. So, they're very powerful tools, very, very powerful tools if one knows how to make use of it. You can reorganize, if you know how to do this, you can reorganize the constitution of your system in the presence of a linga like that, completely. You can rewire your system completely if you know how to make use of them. So for every kind of linga that they created, they had a specific sadhana attached to it. Sadhana is all gone. Temple has become like a monument for somebody who died long ago. Unfortunately, it's gone there because the necessary sadhana is gone. For example, in South India, they built these 5 temples for 5 elements, you know this? People who come from Tamil Nadu should know. For every element, they built a temple, making the whole geography like a human body, so that people could make use of it and do the necessary sadhana. Now we divided the states, one temple went into that state, another temple went into this state, you know. And the sadhana is gone, that's the worst part. We thought we will make this 5-temple tour with a group of people, doing 3 days sadhana in each one of these things, because these temples were built for Bhuta Shuddhi. Bhuta Shuddhi is the fundamental practice in the yogic culture. You know what's Bhuta? Not that, not Bhut. You know what's a Bhuta? Bhuta means the elements. So Bhuta Shuddhi means becoming free of the elements. If you become free of the 5 elements, tell me what all are you free of? Everything that's physical, you're free of it, right? That's being spiritual. Ultimately, all spiritual process originates in terms of sadhana, all spiritual process, all sadhana originates from this fundamental sadhana called Bhuta Shuddhi. Many variations have been done, but the essential Bhuta Shuddhi is such a powerful practice. Generally, ascetics stuck to it, other people lost it, now they have also lost it. The temples are still intact, fortunately. Even now it could be made use of. We thought we will make this tour, but due to unmanageable numbers, we've given up. How do I tour in Tamil Nadu with a group of people without gathering thousands of people? So, they're very powerful tools. I don't know how many of these Jyotirlingas are still alive, but some of them are, and they're very, very powerful tools. If someone has the This Ujjain is in Maharashtra? Ud… Madhya Pradesh, oh, okay. So if any of you have the necessary influence or the money, if you can change this bathroom aesthetics of this great temple, it's such a great possibility, but they make it look like a bathroom. Bathrooms, this happened. There was a junior officer working in the PMO's office, the Prime Minister's office. After some time, he moved his table from one end of his office to another, there to another place, 2 days there, 2 days here, 2 days here, everywhere he moved. Then he moved into his secretary's room, then he moved out into the corridor, then he moved further down the corridor, and one day he set up his table in the men's room and started working there. Then everybody was noticing this migration process happening. Nobody wanted to say anything. Then when they saw he's established his table in the men's room, they knew something is really wrong. But nobody wanted to approach him directly, so they called the office psychiatrist. They said he's working from the men's room. So the psychiatrist went and spoke to him, but he looked quite normal, he speaks quite well, everything is fine. Then gently he asked him, "Why have you set up your table in the men's room?" So the officer said, "After moving all over, I realized this is the only place where people know what they're doing." So maybe that's a reason these aesthetics have come.
Pranam Sadhguru. Recently, the Isha males have been having a quote from you which says, "The time for love, life and laughter has come." Is it a prophecy, a preparation or what?
Oh, not recently, but 25 years I'm signing
Yeah,
like
maybe
this.
I'm new to it.
So time for love, light and laughter has come. Tell me, is there any time when it's not time for love, light and laughter? Which time is not that? Is there some time when it's not the time? Is there some time when it's not time for exuberant life? Is there some time like that? No, when somebody is dead in the house, especially if somebody is dead and you understand how fragile this life is, all the more important that you intensify your aliveness, isn't it? Because one day you'll be dead anyway. It's a strong reminder to you. If someone around you dies, it's a very strong reminder to you that this is a fragile life, you know? Puss, 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 puss. Gone. Yes or no? Nothing else. Inhalation, exhalation, inhalation, exhalation. Next inhalation didn't happen, gone. Don't think too much of yourself. Just if I take away your breath, you're gone. So when you know it's such a fragile life, which time is not the time for love, light and laughter? Is it a prophecy? It's a pleading. Recently, there was an English this is an Englishman who was staying in the ashram for quite some time. And he was a very successful CEO at one time, and then he went through some bad times and he got involved in he was in a major train accident. After that, he almost got killed, but he came out of that. Those few moments of terror that he went through, thinking that he's going to die, suddenly shook him out, and then suddenly he didn't find his CEO's job too interesting or meaningful, so he tried to do many things. He dabbled with all kinds of new age spirituality and various kinds of things, whatever was available in London. Back streets he tried. Then about 2 years ago, he landed up in my lab. So, last few months he's been staying at the ashram. He just left, I think, a few days ago. A very different man now. 4 months he stayed there and completely different man in terms of how his face looks. He used to be always, you know. The whole European philosophy makes you think that the whole damn existence is one big problem and you have to solve it, you know. The whole European philosophy goes from that fundamental that there is a serious chronic problem in the existence and it needs to be fixed. So, he was getting more and more spiritual. The face was getting longer and longer, not because of a beard, but just by itself. Now his face has become like this and very happy and all that. So, just before going a few days ago, I met him. Then he was saying, Sadhguru, these 4 months, he went through the Samyama and all that, his 4 months have been the best part of my life, and why did you come after I'm 60? I said, I've been around since you were 10. It's you, what do I do? In search of gold and wealth and land, you guys came 300 years ago. Why are you not coming for this now? So, he said, Sadhguru, if you have one advice, please tell me something that I can remember always, so that I don't go back to my old ways. His name is David Bloom. So I said, just remember your name in 2 parts, David Bloom. That's all. Whoever named you, they did a good job, but whenever you introduce yourself, you say, I'm David Bloom. That's not it. David Bloom. Oh, it's an instruction, he said. I said, yes, that's all. So that's all it is. It is not a prophecy, it's an instruction. Time has come for love, light and laughter. It is not a prophecy, it is an instruction. Do you get it?
Sadhguru, you've spoken about the state of being totally at ease, and you've also spoken that you can sit in one place till your body drops dead. I mean…
No, I'm not planning anything like that.
But with most of us, it's like, even on a holiday, there is so much compulsion in the energy to engage in some activity or some experience or something like that. This is probably what I understand as our karma. In the same light, you spoke about something about the Jyotirlinga, that it will blow the hell out of you. What I understand is that only this karma needs to be removed from our energy, and we would also be in the same state. So what exactly do you mean by blow the hell out of you and things like that?
So, I mean that literally, to blow the hell out of you. Why are you keeping the hell alive? Is it not time to blow the hell out? No? You don't think so? The same thing, she said, love, light and laughter simply means to blow the hell out of you, isn't it? You have been nurturing hell within you for a long time. It's time to blow the hell out of you, isn't it? How to blow the hell out of you? Don't make me… We'll do love, light, no laughter. So what can we do? You can't sit in one place. One thing is physical body has limitations. Do you agree with me? Yes. Different bodies here are in different levels of capability, isn't it? For any activity, I'm saying. Let's say we want to walk. If we start walking, maybe after 2 miles, one person will fall dead. After 10 miles, another person will fall dead. After 20 miles, another person will fall dead. Another person may walk 200 miles, another person may walk 2000 miles. Whatever is said and done, somewhere everybody will fall dead, isn't it? Because there's a certain limitation to physical capabilities. How limited it is a question of how we have kept it, isn't it? Every one of our bodies have limitations. Physicality comes with it. Some have minimized their limitations, some have enhanced their limitations. Yes? Some people have worked to minimize the limitations of the body, some people have worked to enhance the limitations of the body. But physical body comes with limitations, that's the nature of the physical, you can't… There is no such thing as going beyond that. What one person does may look like a feat to you, but still it is limited. So do not ever think physicality can go beyond all limitations, no. You can go beyond the physical, that's different. But physicality cannot go beyond limitations. Physicality always operates within the limitations, always. It is just that if you have enhanced the limitations too much, then sitting and standing is becoming a problem. Are we suffering already? Suffering the satsang. Because the legs, you want to be there, but the legs want to do something right now. That's why we taught you to do… how to do so many things with your legs. Are you doing those things? We started with a butterfly and do this and that, do many things with your legs. Now your legs are little more, the limitations are minimized, not gone, minimized. So that goes for the whole system in so many different levels. So that's not the real issue. That is only a subsidiary, but many times sub-issues can become main issues in our lives. Isn't it so? You moved into this house because you want to live with your family wonderfully, but you get irritated by your neighbor. Now you can't be peaceful with your family because you're irritated by your neighbor. You didn't come to this house because of your neighbor. You came to this house because you want to live well with your family. But that's all forgotten. That neighbor bothers you, bothers you, bothers you. So you got married because of the man or woman that you like, but now the mother-in-law bothers you, bothers you, bothers you. You didn't marry because of her. She is a sub-issue, but sub-issue can become the main issue if you get involved in those sub-issues in a certain way. So similarly, body is a sub-issue, you are the main issue, isn't it? Yes? But if you do not take care of the body in a certain way, body will become the main issue. You can't help it. Many things in our lives are like this. What is a sub-issue? If you do not take care of it, you do not pay necessary attention to it, it can become the main part of your life. Has it happened to you on many levels? No? It has happened many times, isn't it? Sometimes it can rule your whole life. Suppose you don't take care of your body well and some ailment came to you, now your life will not be about your family, about your work, about your life, about your passion, it'll all be about your body. Yes or no? It's become the main issue, nothing else. It'll not allow you to do anything else. So, taking care of these little things is important. Now you want to meditate, why should I bend my body every day? I just want to meditate. That's not it, you have to bend it every day, Otherwise this damn body will not let you meditate. You want to meditate, you have to keep your pet happy. Otherwise, just when you sit for meditation, he'll come and lick your face up. You have to take care of those things, isn't it? If you want to meditate, you must ensure all the mosquitoes are at least driven to your neighbor's house. Otherwise, they won't let you meditate. So all these little things in life, which are very little, can suddenly hijack your life and become the main issue of your life. Right now, you close your eyes and sit here really looking for spiritual enlightenment. But there are 24 mosquitoes here who see you as a wonderful dinner. Spirituality, enlightenment, everything will be forgotten. These mosquitoes will become the main issue of your life for that period of time, isn't it? So, these little things in our lives have to be taken care of. Even your little finger has to be taken care of. If you just neglect it because it's just a little finger, this little finger, if it gets into trouble, can cause so much trouble. Your whole life will be focused on this little finger. That's the nature of life. So, these things have to be attended to. That is why yoga is such a comprehensive process. We don't neglect anything. If you've not looked at the process in these, very short programs, we may not be going into it, every aspect, how to sit, how to stand, how to wash your face, how to do everything, how to eat, how to breathe, how to do everything. Why so much attention to these small things is, because if you take care of all these small things, when all these small things are no more an issue in your life, you can focus your attention on the main thing. If you do not take care of these small things will play up in such a way, you will start believing this is the main thing. You really start believing this is the main course of life. This has happened to the whole humanity, isn't it? So, blowing the hell out of you. Should hell be blown out of you or no? It should be, isn't it? So we created devices, methods, possibilities, sadhanas, which can blow the hell out of you. Suppose I blow the hell out of you, maybe there's be nothing much left. So instead of blowing out, we try to push the hell out of you in installments so that you have time to fill it up with heaven. So when I say it's love, light and laughter, the time has come. Now, the lady asked, is it a prophecy? So you always believe that heaven will descend upon you somewhere in the future. When they've fixed the date, some yuga will come. You know, you're in the most horrible yuga. You know that? According to whatever belief systems, you're in the most horrible yuga. Most horrible time in this creation is yours. Yes. And it's always been so for a certain set of people. For a certain set of people, right through the history, it's always been so for some people. It's always been the most wonderful time for certain people. So some people blew the heaven out of them, some people blew the hell out of them. Is somebody trying to blow the heaven out of you? Huh? No? You married? So nobody is trying to blow the heaven out of you. So let's blow the hell out of you. Both are there in you, isn't it? Yes? Both are there, isn't it? Moments of sweetness and joy, moments of misery and unnecessary pain, both are there, isn't it? So there is hell and heaven out of you, the choice is just this, which one do you want to blow out? So I'm talking about blowing the hell out of you. So in this tradition, we created a whole variety of devices, a whole variety of practices and sadhanas so that you can blow the hell out of you. We can blow it out straight away, but as I said, the problem would be nothing much may be left. Because for most people, in 24 hours' time, how much of hell and how much of heaven they go through, if you see, over 90% is hell. When I say hell, it does not mean that you're clinically depressed or you're essentially in a melancholic mood, not necessary. You're not at ease, that's hell, isn't it? Yes? You're not at ease, that's hell. If you look at it by those standards, almost the whole of humanity is over 90% of the time in hell. Sometimes they come to heaven states. I'm giving them a very generous margin and saying 90%, but I know it is not so. It's an extremely generous margin for most people. Some people may have bigger margins, but for most of the humanity, 90% of the time, they are not at ease with themselves. Only when they're involved in something, only when something that they like is happening, they are at ease. Otherwise, simply they are not at ease. By distraction, they are at ease. They're watching a cinema, they are at ease because they're distracted. If you simply make them sit down in one place, 99% of the time, most people are in hell, isn't it? That's why the world is busy. Yes. Otherwise, most people's activity on this planet is irrelevant to human well-being. Please see this. Yes or no? You don't think so? Most of the activity that human beings are performing is actually irrelevant to human well-being. They're all busy because if they simply sit quietly, they will become total hell. Just to have a piece of heaven, they have to work. They have to really work hard. So we have devices to blow the hell out of you, shall we? Why are you in the cricket team? Why are you looking so depressed? You're not in the cricket team. Don't, because love, light and laughter. I did not say time is going to come, I said time has come. It's already come. Those who are alive and open to it, for them it's come. Those who are looking into the future for something to happen, they are waiting for that day when everybody will be happy about them. If you're a miserable person, people would like to see you off, isn't it? So I was joking, today when I came to the Coimbatore airport, more than 100 people gathered and they're all there. I said, why are you all so happy that I'm leaving? Have I lived like that? Have I done something that everybody is happy that I'm leaving? They all put on a sad face. I said, don't do that, be happy. So, there are ways, and don't get into all that karmic stuff and all that it is because my karma is like this hell is happening. No. You are making it happen even now. It's your choice right now, either to be in hell or heaven right now, isn't it so? Your legs are aching, still you could be joyful, isn't it so? Yes? No, you don't. You haven't looked at others who are stuck in between, you're in the front row, you can massage your feet. For them, somebody else is sitting on their feet.
I seem to have a compulsory, like you said, if activity
We'll
disappears.
come, we'll come, we're just coming, you're not done. Don't be in such a compulsive state to ask more questions. We're just enjoying the hell a little bit. So, one day, George W., many years later, not now, I'm not wishing any such thing. Many years later, sometime future, I don't even want to fix a date, many years later, George W. went to heaven. And they welcomed him. They said, "What do you wish? What's your wish?" So George W. said, "I really want to see if, all those evil terrorists, they all suffering sufficiently in hell. I would like to see. Can I have a tour of hell?" So Saint Peter said, "Fine, if that's your wish, we'll take you on a tour of hell." Then when they took on the tour, and first thing is, he wanted to know where OB is. So, Saint Peter said, "No, he was absorbed into the Muslim heaven. We can't do anything about that. They are not in our jurisdiction." Because he is not our jurisdiction, he went to Muslim heaven, we can't do anything. So he was disappointed about that. Then he asked about the Saddam Hussein. He said, see, he also carried Quran in his hand at the last moment, so he also went to Muslim heaven, they're not our jurisdiction. He said, okay. Then he thought of he wanted to think of some historical name, and history was not his forte. Then he thought, Hitler, where is he? Oh, he is in our hell, I can show you. So Saint Peter went into the deepest levels of hell. There, Hitler's chamber was opened and it was stinking like hell. And there they saw Hitler fully submerged in filth, total human excreta right up till here. He was standing, but with a big grin on his face. George W. looked around, it serves him right. It serves him right. But what is he? What is he smiling about? Looks like the guy is enjoying it. What's happening? He's not suffering enough, he's enjoying it. So, Saint Peter said, we can't help that because he's standing on Mussolini's shoulders. See, you could enjoy anything, Don't say no, ma. Here. Don't say no. Legs are hurting, but it's okay. So, from where did this hell come into you? You already explained, because of my past karma. There is no such thing. I'm not saying there is no karma. There is no such thing as your past karma causing hell to you. There is past karma, there is no question about it. It has its influence on you, it builds certain tendencies in you, it tends to push you in certain ways. But still, as a human being, you have enough consciousness to go beyond all those things. Whatever the influences of the past, you still have the capability, you still have the ability you still have the capacity to be conscious enough not to fall into those tendencies. Yes or no? So, the hell in you is not because of karma. The hell in you is because you have empowered your unconsciousness, not your consciousness. Because you have empowered your compulsiveness and not your consciousness. That's the reason why hell is happening. So if you want to blow the hell out, we don't have to struggle with the hell, we don't have to struggle with the past karma. We just have to bring that necessary consciousness and awareness into everything that we do. Then you find, it doesn't matter what the damn past impressions are, you will be the way you want to be right now. Right now, it's your past karma that your legs are hurting. But now, the present karma, the horror that I am sitting here, I am not letting you get up. Or, you are determined, it doesn't matter, legs hurt, but I want to be here. Yes? That's all it takes. Legs are hurting, it's not a small thing. Leg hurting is not a small issue. It's a big issue, isn't it? But no, it doesn't matter, it hurts but I want to be here. It's helping you go beyond that karma, isn't it? Bad legs, but you can still sit. This is why all kinds of bad-legged people, I even take them to Kailash. They say, Sadhguru, I cannot walk. It's okay, you crawl. By crawling, there's more punyam, they say. You crawl, what's the problem? Where's Anand? Is he here? Is Anand here? No? Anand is what, 76? How old is he? 76? 79? 79. So, in what, 2006, is it? In 2006, he came to Kailash. You will see here in this hall, he'll walk like this. Always you think any moment he's going to fall off, so unsteady on his feet. But he's got one big laughter. I wish he was here today. So he came to Kailash. So, these people who were trying to have an easy ride on the yak were thrown all over the place. But Anand said, Sadhguru told me I can do it, I'm going to do it. Everybody's pleading, Anand, this is not realistic. Sadhguru says things. You don't have to believe it literally. You get onto your horse. You are not going to make it. You're 79 and you can't walk 100 feet properly. This is 14 kilometers. At 18,000 altitude, you will kill yourself. The doctors are pleading, don't do this, you will die. Here. Sadhguru said, I can walk. And he walked all the way. They came and told me, Sadhguru, tell him not to walk, he will die. The doctors. I said, see, I have promised you nobody will die on my hands, not for his sake, for my sake at least. I'll see that nobody dies. You don't worry about death. If he wants to walk, let him walk. You don't worry about death. His legs may wear out, that I can't say anything, but he won't die. Let him walk. And he walked all the way up, 18,400 feet he reached on his own legs. So why I'm saying this is, whatever your karma, if you bring sufficient awareness to it, it has no influence on you. It doesn't matter what's the karma. So for not being in a state of love, light or laughter, don't think it is your father's DNA which is influencing you. It is just that you've not made it happen, that's all. This karma thing, I think, caught on too much with this Mystics Musings book. Huh? So don't talk about karma as an outside influence, this is your karma. You're not exercising your consciousness, that is your karma right now, and that is the most horrible karma. You're not exercising your ability to be aware, that is the bad karma that you're performing right now. All the old karmas, you don't bother. This moment, you are not exercising your ability to be aware and conscious, that is the most horrible karma that you're doing. This one karma you take care, rest you leave it to me. Really, I'll blow the hell out of you.
Action for Rural Rejuvenation is a rural revitalization program offering medical care, community rehabilitation and human upliftment to more than 3,500 villages in rural southern India. Village games and inter-village tournaments are organised for community joy, reducing addictions and promoting social bonding above caste, creed, religion or economic status. Isha Vidya, the Foundation's education initiative, aims to provide affordable, high-quality school education to children in rural areas so that the native intelligence of children has the opportunity to bloom. The uniquely designed pedagogy promises to produce confident, English-speaking, computer-skilled youth capable of productive participation in the economy while preserving the identities of their origins and culture. Project Green Hands is a massive public reforestation effort aiming to plant 114 million trees. The project seeks to inspire people around the world to keep this planet habitable for future generations and establish a culture of care for the environment.
You are my perfect mirror, you show me what I'm not. In the endless pit of what once was me, layer and layer you peel off me. The pain it is, but the joy it brings. So thank you for showing me what I'm not, for showing me what I could be.